Hello, good morning to everyone. Today we are going to discuss the editorial part in the Hindu newspaper. And today's editorial is the IPL remains a big draw, but it should not put public health at risk. Of course, the IPL, that is the Indian Premier League, definitely it is a big match. It is a profitable match, no doubt at all. But more than that, the very important thing is the public health. As we know, today we are grappling with the pandemic corona, and it is our duty and to protect the other person's health, particularly for the government, and they have to take care of the public health. Whatever decisions they take, they must see that the public must not be at risk. But here, in this editorial, the author starts with a sentence like this: the IPL marches to a beat of its own. This is an idiomatic expression. It shows that the IPL is not ready to listen to anybody. It wants to go in its own way. It is not ready to heed to anybody. The idiomatic expression here, march to the beat of your own drum, that is the original idiomatic expression. Of course, here the noun drum is missed, but in spite of that, its meaning is the Indian Premier League disregards popular social norm and such. That shows that they are leaving everything to the winds. They are not taking care of public health. So the other feels very strongly like that. It may lack the enduring international appeal of the World Cup. The Ashes are tussles featuring India and Pakistan. Here, the word the Ashes means the victories, or tussles. Tussles means, the quarrels, differences, struggles. And these are the two characters of India and Pakistan teams. Yet, for a domestic cricket league that blends the local with the global, and the IPL has commercial heft, commercial importance. Here, heft means importance, significance. And the IPL guarantees annual thrills, means entertainment, excitement. Since its launch on April night at Bangalore in 2008, the league gained traction. You know, the expression gain traction means become popularity or getting support or what you call interest, which is required for something to make progress or something to make succeed. So here gained traction meaning in 2008 at Bangalore, the league got the support, got the popularity. At the same time, suffered controversies, not only gaining attraction, but also suffering controversies at that time. The 2013 spot fixing crisis forced, coerced a cleansing exercise. You know the meaning of cleansing. It is the act of making something clean. Right. Within the Board of Control for Cricket in India, that is BCCI, but the tournament continued unhindered, unstopped. Even two general elections could not stop the IPL as South Africa conducted the event in 2009, while the United Arab Emirates staged the first half during 2014. But the current year, wilting under a raging pandemic. Wilting means particularly it is used whenever the plants, flowers, because of the surging or searing heat, and the plants and the flowers will become weakened, will become weak, will become withered, faded away. So here, wilting under a raging pandemic means becoming weak, has altered life and routines, means to change life and routines because of this, what you call a raising pandemic, increasing pandemic. The IPL slotted for the summer was postponed because of that. For a sporting brand valued at 47,500 crore and headlined by blue chip cricketers. You know, blue chip cricketers means the top quality cricketers. The stakes are high, and the BCCI scouted for a window, means searching for an opportunity. Scouted for means here and waiting an opportunity or searching for an opportunity to prop up the league to increase, or what you call to encourage, sorry, to encourage. Prop up means to encourage the league. Opportunity arose when Australia shelved the ICC 2020 World Cup from October 18 to November 15. So here shelved. Shelve means to decide not to continue with a plan, idea, etc. Although you might continue with it at a later time, right? With India still grappling with coronavirus. So grapple with meaning here trying hard to understand a difficult idea or to solve a difficult problem. As we know that not only India, the whole world is facing the tough times. The UAE stepped in and IPL will be held there from September 19 to November 10, subject to central government's approval. Here, subject to meaning dependent on something else to happen. So here, subject to meaning, it is called an adjective. Essentially, a recreational activity. Sport is also considered as war minus the shooting. It is just like a war, a battlefield sport. Once we know there is a sporting spirit, but today that idea has been completely buried. And even the IPL is not immune to resultant pressures. Once the league's governing council mentioned over the weekend that Vivo, the cell phone company with the Chinese roots, will continue to be the title sponsor. All hell broke loose. Here, this is an idiomatic expression. So, whenever the league's governing council mentioned over the weekend that Vivo, that company, that to Chinese, that with Chinese roots, if it is declared the title sponsor, definitely there may be outbreak. Suddenly there is pandemonium, and people suddenly become very noisy and angry at their decision. The border standoff on the icy Himalayas was bound to have its economic repercussions, bad effects, in an atmosphere rippling with nationalistic fervor. Right? For both, for now, both Vivo and the IB, that the BCCI have blinked. A separation is certain, and the hunt for a lead sponsor is on. If commerce is on the headache to be dealt with, the bigger headache is, or migraine is, the absolute importance that has to be given to conducting the tournament in biosecure bubbles. That means safe and secure environment. That is another challenge. With 8 squads and 60 games spread over 53 days, the organizers cannot afford any slip, any mistake. If spectators are kept at bay, of course, spectators are kept at safe place. Recently, England speedster Geoffrey Archer reacted to a basic human urge, the need to go home. But in these fraught times, in these desperate times, in these anxious times, or you can use an idiomatic expression for fraught, that is the end of one's tether. That means a desperate situation, anxious situation. His move almost put the entire England West Indies series in peril, in danger, because he had breached medical protocols. He violated, breached means violated. West Asia with its Indian diaspora, diaspora meaning the dispersion or the spread of any people from their original homeland, has its distractions. And the IPL officials have to make sure that while cricket prospers on the turf, the larger picture of health is not ignored. The virus remains a threat. It is an intimidation. Threat means intimidation. And the thirst for profit should not override public health concerns. So here override means ignore or refuse to accept. So here thirst for profit, it is not the time thinking of a profit, thinking of business, but today what is required is people should be kept at bay, and their health is very important. As we know, health is wealth. So we hope the author expresses the idea that the IPL match, or what you call this particular board, IPL board, and should not ignore, should not leave the urges to the winds. What is that urge? Save people. And they should think of the public health. They should not do, they should not take a hasty decision at the cost of public health. Thank you.